and welcome back everybody to the video series dedicated show on MTV that told Romeo keep your swimsuit at home and break out that faux fur because this isn't your ordinary X on the Beach season. No, this is X on the Beach Peak of Love, where we're on the mountaintops of New Zealand ready to be on the precipice of finding our love or lust. We all know the dating record of these contestants on the show, and it's most likely lust, but we're gonna call it love, as they are looking to find their one true soulmates, and they're all like 21 to 25 years old. But let's get into it by looking into the 10 contestants or victims that signed up for this MTV dating show. We're gonna start off with Allie, who was on the Naked Brothers Nickelodeon show / Temptation Island, and both are memorable roles. Not really. But speaking of memorable, we have Adore / Danny from RuPaul's Drag Race, and her commentary is everything. Then we have La Demi, who is a social media influencer and YouTube star, who's also feeling up on Marlins from The Challenge and Real World. Black Zeus is back on our TV screens. I'm so excited for that. He has biceps for days. Daniel, who is a pasty Canadian from The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise, who has a weird fascination for maple syrup. You also have Ryan Gallagher from American Idol, who would rather use his voice to have fights with a significant other because it's just boring to not have to be in fights. That's what he said. He didn't say too much else in this episode. Then you got Callum from Ibiza Weekender, who doesn't know what venison is, who's also kind of fancying Georgia Steele from Love Island UK, and where she is all about loyalty, and she's falling for a guy who even claims to himself that he's cheated on everybody he's been with, so not a great judge of character. You also have Tyranny from the latest season of Are You the One, who has some fascinating X stories where I cannot wait to see some of these X's. And finally we have Nicole Z from The Challenge and Real World Realm. We all know, if you watch The Challenge, she has some major X's, especially Laurel. But let's not jump to too many conclusions, as we're just trying to learn who everybody is, who are they feeling up, and let me tell you right now, instant connection. We have Nicole and Allie liking each other. Then you got Callum and Georgia really fancying each other again, maybe even doing a quick snog in the first night. And then you also have Marlon and La Demi, who are liking each other. They're making a pie, they're doing their thing, but they're taking it slow. La Demi wants to take it very, very slow, even tells Marlon that even if some of her exes show up, that she will have to put their relationship on pause. And Marlon is kind of thinking, okay, well that means I can, if you're gonna pause it, I can play around. But after the first night, they get a note from a Yeti telling them that they're going to have a pre-ski party and they are going to go enjoy themselves, getting out of the house for a little bit, stretching their legs. And then all of a sudden, Romeo shows up in his faux fur get-up, and he's like, guess what? This is an X on the Beach. Yeah, but this is still X on the Beach Peak of Love, which is a huge reveal. People are saying how they're gonna quit the show. Nobody quits the show, of course. And that's when he's like, oh, and by the way, we have 2 X's showing up today, right here, right now, to crash this party. And the first person coming in is Laurel, of course, Nicole's ex, who she was talking about this whole beginning of this season, saying that she does not want to see Laurel at all because they are either going to kill each other or get back together with one another. And right when Laurel shows up, that's when Nicole throws Allie off of her. Laurel has Nicole shook. But realistically, Laurel just wants to talk, maybe see where Nicole's headspace is at. Their relationship kind of ended abruptly, and she kind of wants a little bit of answers, wants to know if Nicole cheated on her, which Nicole does the whole deny till you die, and kind of makes up with Laurel. However, like a few minutes later, she's making out with Allie, so there's a triangle going on here. Nicole's right in the middle of it, and it's bound to explode at some point. And the next ex up is Megan, which is Callum's ex, and she wants some answers. Once Megan was in the house, Daniel wanted to get a little messy and asked her, why do you think Callum cheated on you? And that's when she gets into the whole story, right in front of everybody, right in front of Georgia. Daniel just did it to make Callum look bad. Callum was livid with Daniel. Even with how much was said about the whole relationship and that Callum cheated and everything, Georgia is still perfectly fine with Callum. She wants to see where this thing goes. So they're doing their thing. There is a triangle. Megan is still very much in love with Callum, or at least has a lot of feelings about him. Callum does not want to talk about it. He is just pretending to sleep, wants to go away, doesn't want this to divulge in anything else. He just wants to be one-on-one with Georgia, which towards the end of this whole 2-hour episode, it kind of just explodes, but we'll just wait for all of that. There's another ex coming into this house. Again, like I said, there's 2 hours of this. They need a third ex, and that's when the third ex shows up, and it's Adore's ex, Jack, and Adore's actually excited to see Jack because they're really not in a relationship because of their scheduling. So now they have all the time in the world while they're filming. They want to see where this thing can go, and there is even a fire ceremony where everybody votes in a name for somebody to be able to go on a date. They get to pick whoever they want to go on a special date. Danny/Adore wins. She takes Jack on this date. They have a fantastic time. They're glowing, they're doing all this thing, they're cuddling up with each other. Let's get into the very last bit of this episode where there's like a winter wonderland party going on. Everybody's dressed up in like all white, all fur. Callum just wants to be done with Megan. Megan wants to know some answers, wants him to be upfront with her. Also, she wants him to be more in depth with her feelings and be a little bit more considerate of her feelings because she still has feelings for Callum, but Callum just goes on a thing that like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is frustrating. He calls her stupid or something like that, and Megan starts to cry. Callum looks absolutely callous in his approach and just starts walking away. Georgia is kind of taken aback by how Callum is dealing with this whole thing with Megan. Then we have the major breakout fight as Marlon was shown in the edit that he was talking to everybody, trying to mingle with everybody, talk to everybody, feel everybody out. Him and Laurel are getting very, very cozy at this winter wonderland party, and Nicole and Lademi are kind of taking interest in it, like, what's going on here? He's kind of playing around with everybody, he's playing around with my heart. Nicole is like, he's talking to Laurel, if he's messing with your hat, he's messing with her hat. I don't know how that accent goes. I'm not good at accents, but I like to do them. And that's when they decided that Nicole and Lademi are going to confront Marlon about the way he's conducting himself in this party, and Nicole starts off with a soft lob, and Lademi just hits it hard, says, you're playing with my feelings, you're doing this, you're doing that, and Marlon wants to say his piece. Of course, both sides are getting super loud, getting in each other's face. Marlon is like, we all came in here single, I can talk to anybody I want to, you're saying that we should take it slow, you told me not to put all my eggs in one basket. Lademi is saying her side of the story, Marlon is saying his side, then an ice sculpture gets pushed over, and that's where this episode ends, with this winter wonderland party ending in absolute chaos. But what do you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comments section below. What do you think about this episode 1? Who are you watching this, tuning in for? Let me know that in the comment section below. And who are you looking forward to seeing coming into the house and disrupting every single thing that's happening in there? Let me know that in the comment section below. I think this cast has the potential to be super explosive. I mean, just from the preview in the beginning of this season to now, I mean, this is just the first 2 hours and we are just seeing some real good explosions happening, some real strong drama. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really, really soon with more videos. I got challenge videos, challenge brief history on Saturdays. You got going in blind, NFL predictions on Tuesdays, the challenge review and recap on Thursday nights, and join me next week for a review and recap of Ex on the Beach Peak of Love right here. But until then, peace.